Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss with you phrase and clause and the basic differences between the two. First of all, when I teach this in classroom situation using a blackboard, I start from concentric circles. I explain this with the help of concentric circles. So first a dot, then a bigger circle, then a larger circle, and then the largest circle. So what is the dot? It is a letter. What is the next circle? It is a word. So when letters are getting connected, we are forming words, right? Then the next circle is words getting joined and it is a phrase. And finally, after that, phrases getting joined and we are getting a sentence, right? So these are the basic blocks of grammar. Like in body, we know what is the unit of our body? A cell, right? What is the unit of a cell? Nucleus, the brain of the cell actually. So then materialistic things, what is the unit? Atom, right? Electron, proton, neutron. Similarly, in the case of sentences, the basic unit is a word, a letter. From letter to word, from word to phrase, from phrase to clause, and from clause to sentences. It is not necessary that all sentences will have two clauses. Yes, one clause is enough also, like the main clause. So letter, word, phrase, sentence. Now what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words, right, without a verb, without a finite verb. So if I am saying I am wearing a dress with red ribbons, so with red ribbons is a phrase, right? So it is, phrase functions as, phrase can function as a noun, adverb or adjective, but the main property of a phrase is that it is a group of words without a finite verb. On stark contrast to this, what is a clause? A clause is definitely going to have a finite verb. That is the main difference between a phrase and a clause. A clause is going to have this finite verb, right? So when I am saying I went to school, when I went to school because I wanted to study. I went to school because I did not want to miss my class. I went to school because I did not want to miss my class. So I went to school here. This part is the main clause. Now why is it the main clause? First of all, I will explain the word main, then I will explain the word clause. See, it is a clause because it is having a finite verb, that is went. I am not saying a sentence without a verb. I am not saying a portion without a verb. So it is a clause. And why it is a main clause? Because it can stand alone. I went to school. You can put a full stop. Because I did not want to miss my class. Again, this portion did not want is having a main finite verb. So again, it is a clause. But because I did not want to miss my class, you cannot put a full stop after this. Can you put a full stop? No. It is incomplete. That is why it is a subordinate clause. Right? So what is the basic difference between these two? Phrase and clause. Phrase is a group of words, but clause is a group of words where there is going to be a finite verb. Phrase is not supposed to have a finite verb. Now both phrase and clauses are functioning as noun, adjective and adverbs. Now let's see some noun phrases. Noun phrases, adverb phrases and adjective phrases. Let's see. Let's start with adjective phrase. As I was telling you, I am wearing a dress with red ribbons. So with red ribbons is describing the word dress, the noun dress. So with red ribbons is actually an adjective phrase. Now if I say I am running in a fast manner, I am running in a fast manner. So I am running in a fast manner is describing is running. I am running. So in a fast manner is adverb because it is describing the verb. The boy with blue eyes. Now boy with blue eyes, this is the noun phrase. If you only take up with blue eyes, that is going to be the adjective phrase. But the boy with blue eyes is very uncanny, looks very uncanny. So here the boy with blue eyes, this portion. Or if you say the blue sky looks beautiful. The blue sky, what looks beautiful? The blue sky. That is the noun phrase. So when you are asking the question with what, the answer that you are getting is the noun phrase. When you are asking the question with how, I am wearing a dress with red ribbons. How is the dress? With red ribbons. That is the adjective phrase. And when you are saying I am running in a fast manner, again a question with how, that is the answer to adverb. Now what is the difference? How will you distinguish between adjective and adverb? When it is describing the noun, it is going to be adjective. When it is describing the verb, it will become the adverb. And when it is, so don't get confused in this case. Both will be answered by how. But one will describe the noun and the other will describe the verb. In case of noun, the question that you have to ask is what. Say I say the The red sari looks attractive. So what looks attractive? The red sari. So this is the noun phrase, right? Now one thing you should observe before I move on. The phrases are not having what? Verb. They are performing the duty of noun, adjective, adverb, but they're strictly not having any verb in them, right? Any finite verb in them. Okay, now if I tell you, dancing in the rain gives me pleasure. What gives me pleasure? Dancing in the rain. Now you will say, ma'am, dancing in the rain, is it a phrase or a clause? Now dancing, is it a finite verb? No, it is not a finite verb. So it is a non-finite verb. So dancing in the rain is a phrase and not a clause, right? To write neatly is my passion. So to write neatly. So here, what is the finite verb? Is the finite verb. In the previous sentence, gives, dancing in the rain gives me pleasure. Gives was the finite verb. Dancing in the rain was the phrase. So to write neatly is my passion. Here is the finite verb. To write is not a verb. It is what? It is an infinitive, so it is a non-finite verb. So don't get confused in this case. Don't think that since we are having the a verb-like object, then it is going to be a clause. No. To write neatly, this is a phrase. Dancing in the rain is yet again a phrase, not a clause. Right? Now coming to noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. I like the house which stands on that side of the road. So what is the house like which stands on that side of the road? I'm describing, and see which stands. So stands is a finite verb. Stands is what? A finite verb. So which stands on the other side of the road is what? It is a clause. It is not a phrase. I like the dress which mother gave me. Which mother gave me? Gave is again a finite verb. We are not saying given by my mother. I like the dress given by my mother. Then what would have happened? Given is the participle. So that is not a clause. That is a phrase. But I am saying I like the dress which my mother gave me. So in this portion we are having a finite verb. Gave. So it is going to be what? It is going to be a clause. Noun clause, that he is honest is known to all. What is known to all? That he is honest, right? So is again the finite verb present here. So it is a clause, right? We all know that he is going to succeed. So is going. We all know what? That he is going to succeed, right? So again both the parts are containing finite verbs. No, is going. So again both are clauses and not phrases, because both of the parts are having what? Finite verbs, right? Now coming to adverb. Now adverb clause is a chapter all together. I will discuss it in another video. I'll just discuss one or two in this section, because adverb clause requires one single video for discussion. I did not go to school because I was sick. Adverb clause of reason. Why did I not go to school? Because I was sick, right? So was, did not go. Both are. Here you try to understand clause. I will discuss adverb clause in yet another video. Both are having finite verb, both the sentences. So they are what? Both are clauses. Okay. Although it was raining, I went out. So was raining, went. Both are finite verbs. So it is again both are clauses. It is not a phrase. Now this is again, so actually adverb clause is having many sections. Adverb clause of reason, adverb clause of condition, adverb clause of supposition, adverb clause of purpose. So many, multiple. So I will not incorporate those in this video. I will devote a different video, an altogether new video to adverb clause only. In that video I am going to discuss adverb clause one by one, the various categories, right? So in this video I tried to concentrate on the difference of phrase and clause and the types with examples: noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and noun clause, adverb clause, adjective clause. I hope I was able to make the conception clear to at least some extent. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, and please let me know what more topics you want me to come up with to discuss with you, so that I start working on them and I can produce those videos in due course of time. Thank you. Take care, stay healthy and stay safe.